All right, this is our last post. I got Otto here. He's my new neighbor. He stopped by, so I put his ass to work. And I get to run the
Look at how I'm living. Just look at how I'm living.
Hey guys. Alright, so this is our barn build. What we're going to try to do is get it laid out because I got the auger and I actually got the Harley rake that I'm going to work on stuff this weekend, prepping out all of our area for animals, getting all this smooth so I can get the seed down because it's supposed to rain 2 days straight this coming week. So I want to get the seed in the ground. That way we can get grass growing as quick as possible, especially up on our septic side up there. It's going to be fenced off separately. I'm going to do 100 by 100 right here just to get us going with the animals move so we can move into this house a lot quicker. And that means I need to build out their little pens and separations and all the rest of that crap. So I gotta go get all the fencing materials tomorrow. Man, this new shirt I got, it's actually pretty nice. I think I grabbed the tag. Hold on a second, let me grab it. What does this thing say? Feilbach. It's from Feilbach. They sent me these shirts out. They say they're technical wear. So I was like, technically I wear things, so I might as well buy, or at least try this on and see if I want to buy. And it's kind of like those polos you see the golfers wearing, same-ish material. I can't figure out what the material is yet, so I'll let you know in the description. But it's a pretty, I've worn it for a couple days. It's a couple different ones actually. They sent me a bunch, and they're nice fitting. They don't make me look too fat, do they? A little fluffy. My boob sweat line. Look at it, I don't even have the boob sweat line, just the chest. That's nice. Most of mine get fully soaked. Anyway, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna wear this new shirt. We're gonna see how we sweat in it. This will be the first time sweating in it because I've been using it in the excavator and the skid steer, so not manual labor. But I'm gonna get this staked off because I want about a 30 by probably 20 barn, I think, to start with. That's a good round number. The material that I do have, I probably have to get more because all I have is that sticks back there, 105 of them. I'm pretty sure that's not going to cover me 30 foot, but we'll get some more if we need to. That way we'll have something to build and finish this out because we got to get a roof. We got to get roof materials. I might do wood plank and then metal on the bottom, which would probably be more beneficial for us. And I want to do it a board and batten style. So that means I'm gonna have to cut a bunch of those ones up to make the battens. But let's get this thing staked out. Let's figure out where we're gonna be with our rough measurement, and then we'll start pulling it square and get those holes marked where we're actually gonna put these cedar posts that are behind me over here. That's gonna be our cedar that we cut down from the other place. And we'll use those. I'll show you guys offloading those right here so that we can see what I took to get these here. All right, we are back here where we're gonna put the barn. So I gotta offload all of these, stack them over here. That way I can figure out where they're actually going to go on our, should have done log cabin for the animals. They're gonna have pine. This is gonna go in the ground as our post. And I think I need 6. I got more than 6. Pretty fun, huh? Even dropping them off the side of the trailer. Look, I didn't hit the water line. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these marked off. We're gonna have 2 inner poles. We're gonna do the standard barn style where it's got the slope roof in the middle and then shed roofs or whatever on the sides. I think that's the easiest. We'll just do that. So we'll need, more than likely, depending on what our distance is gonna be for our gapping, we'll probably go about 16 foot, I think. That sounds like a really good number. And 16 on each side would give us 32. And then we don't want it to be total 32, so we can go across the back anyway. So we're gonna play with some numbers right now and see what we can do. We're gonna brainstorm how many animals will fit in this thing because Tim keeps buying more and more. That's it right here. This will do it. All right, so we got tape here. We're gonna pull out and see see what we come up with the measurement. Just have an eyeball. See what we like. I mean, I think right there, if we go that deep, that's 20 foot. That's 20. I'd have to measure those logs, but we don't have 20-foot logs. We do have, trying to do this most economical too. So we're gonna bring it in. We're gonna go about 14 foot. Yeah, about 14 foot is a good number. I like that. So we'll go 14. And on the outside, we're gonna go about a foot over. 2 foot over rather. That way we can get our actual stakes set when we get our square completed. And that reminds me, I gotta go find the string. I don't know what I did with it. But we're gonna square off the backside and then pull this one with the 3-4-5. Let's get this one in the ground. Just a little bit, because we want to be able to move it. All right, so I got one tied over there. Let's get this guy tied over here with one of my masterful knots. A knot within a knot. I don't know what you call that. That's naughty. Whatever. But we just need to give us a rough square to see if we're square on those 2 points. And looking at it, I'm probably really square. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that set right there and grab my other tape measure. Which of course, not in the truck. I think it's in the excavator. So what we're looking for is a 3-4-5, right? So 3 foot out, 4 foot out, 5 crossed. Like I'm really gonna be able to tell that. Should have brought a pen. I'm not prepared, boys and girls. And 4 would be over here. And then 5 over here. I doubt I'm gonna get this. I think it's pretty close. I'm gonna grab my square because that's gonna help me easier than this. When you're doing this, it's always good to have a partner. Someone to help you. I guess this is the time when it'd be helpful if I had somebody to help me. Well, I guess once Kimberly gets here, and she lives here with me on the property, it'll be a lot easier to do these kind of things. But for now, I've got to make do. So I got to walk back over there, get my square, set it up in here, tighten this up, and then go from there. As you may have noticed, there's a big skip or excavator right here. I need to move these out of the way, otherwise they're going to be in my way the whole time. I'm going to put them right back up over here somewhere, I guess. We moved them. That will be the 4th time since they've been here. But yeah, I'm not very organized when it comes to placing places, you know. I'm always constantly moving it. But let's get this thing squared up. Looks like this little baby tree is now on our way. We're gonna have to die. What we're gonna attempt to do is try to get this square. Now, I don't know. Should be able to eyeball enough off like that. I think it's pretty close. Close enough. At least gives us some sort of corners to pull off of, so we can pull the measurements that way that we need for our different posts. And I'll set another one up out that way, same distance, this way, that way, and we'll go from there. All right, we are back at it. I've got the barn kind of squared up. I got everything marked out on it. Now we're going to work on this fence, figure out where we want it and how we want it to be around the barn. So that way the animals can go up and around it and stuff like that, and kind of a barrier, I guess you could call it. And we're going to have 7 foot or a 6 foot fence all the way around this whole perimeter area for the secured animal location with hot wire. We've got cougars, pumas, whatever you want to call them, mountain lions. I've got them on camera several times over here, so we want to make sure that we protect them. The rabbit hutch has 6 foot tall fence on it, but I think all the rabbits got out. I never caught a camera or anything on the camera where the cougar was jumping in and getting the rabbits, but I did see it chasing rabbits on the outside. And there was plenty of rabbits that got out, so that's probably what that was. I don't think it tried to jump over that 6 foot tall fence, even though it probably could. But here we're gonna have a hot wire on the top of it as well. Hopefully that'll, I don't know, we'll see. But I need to put a post here, and then I also need to put my light pole here, because I'm gonna put a light pole that shines on this thing and keeps it all nice and safe in the light, because animals won't necessarily attack when there's a bunch of light. They'd rather hunt in the dark, right? Secret, come on up on me. So let's get this fence unloaded. I've got T-posts. I need to bring the excavator over here and take care of getting a few of these areas smoothed down. That way the fence can lay flat on the ground. That way when I stretch from this direction, we'll have a nice even fence line on it. And then anything could dig under it, right, if it wants to. But at least this way we'll have the fence, and I'll probably put a hot wire on the bottom as well, just to keep them from doing that. But we'll see. Let's get this thing unloaded. More likely we'll need these to clean up some holes and or cut some roots. I know I got a big one right there I need to take out. Gas powered post pounder. That's a lifesaver, especially for my old shoulder. I'm still, I can barely lift, and right here especially it hurts. We got our fence stretcher. Beautiful. China's best. And the stakes that go along with it. And I need to actually get on the excavator, go grab my posts for my corners, because we're going to have 3 corners. And I'll be darned, I totally forgot to bring the nails that I need to put the cross braces in the H braces. Man, can't believe I forgot that. Oh well, we can do that at a later time. We don't need this over here. This is actually for the house up against where it's got that drainage issue. I guess we could probably leave that in there, maybe get some of it off. But we're gonna get this lined out first, so let's take care of it. All right, boys and girls, we're moving posts. Got Christopher driving. Everybody's helping out. We're gonna set some fencing today. We're gonna get her done. Maybe this guy will do it. Got some of these laid out already, our corner posts. These ones will fill it in. And we got some string going. Let's go all the way forward, Chris. We'll go that way, over here.
So
You didn't even start it yet and you already broke it?
No, listen. We can't put the pin in until we can get the locks in. I tried everything, them locks ain't going down. It's lined up. Should be.
Oh, you're talking about here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I can actually tilt it down and give it a little push, it's no big deal. Good with that?
Not good with that.
I didn't do that. I don't know what caused that. Hey, what?
I come back to this. Safety first, bro. first post is in the ground. First post is in the ground. I'll just need to get it straightened up and start compacting it. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. All right, this is our last post. I got Otto here. He's my new neighbor. He stopped by, so I put his ass to work.
Yeah, thank God.
So
I was getting bored.
we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15 posts in the ground right now, and I think I might add 3 more. But that's for another day. We're beat, we're tired, we're worn out. This guy is 60, 75 years old. And he's beat. Put him to the work today. He didn't even know what work was until he came to the Wild and Free.
Nope.
Monumentous, watch this happen. Somebody parked the skid steer too close for Otto's back. We're both sore. We did a lot of work.
Yes, we did.
Show you these behind us right here too. What else we did with the barn? We got the barn post laid too. So, barn post set. And I guess if we would have laid them, they would have been down, right? Because we aren't tree humpers. Are you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know him that well. Pretty sure he's not a tree hugger.
Heck no.
I don't know if there's a difference between hugger and humper, but
You're drunk. I came up for the top, didn't
fine. How are we looking? Are we square and parallel to the universe? Parallel?
I'm good that way. I'm good that way. I can don't even touch it. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, what do you think?
I can't see it from your house. All right, I think we're good.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh man.
It's that post. It's not milled right. It's rolled. Come on. There you go.
All right, so now all we gotta do is fill these things with some water. Get them chugged up with some water. Why don't you go ahead and have a seat, Grandpa? Don't hurt your hip. Don't break a hip. No, really, this guy right here, man. He's a stand-up guy, just moving in next door. And you know, I met him last night and said, "Hey, putting up some fence tomorrow. If you're bored." And you know, when you're living off grid, you're bored if you're not building something. So
Yep, we're gonna
there's
do
that.
The rest of it together too.
He's got a shit ton to do too, so we're gonna help him with the excavator and get down there and put some roads so we can actually make it down to where he wants to put his camper. So we're gonna guys back, start showing you some sprinkler system water. Oh, young grasshopper, you know round eye? Oh, that should be good right there. Most of the dirt will let it permeate through it. Here's what we got, boys and girls. That over there, the barn structure. Those over there, those over there. That should be good, Otto. Need a pool, definitely.
Yeah.
Ice cold pool. Polar plunge. I need some polar plunges, that's what I need.